Welcome to Fairy Tale Access, where the head fairy's quest is to prove that fairy tales do exist in actual time rather than once upon a time. Together, we will unravel the heroes, young and old, who turn dreams into reality. These are the people who still believe in happily ever after. The discoveries will bend even our most cynical non-believers into believing in fairy tales. Hi, welcome to Fairy Tale Access. I'm excited to introduce you to my next guest. She's in charge of the happiness jungle. You know those times where you're thinking, I'm where I need to be with everything I need to have, with those I'm supposed to be with, so I'm good? She's the girl that helps us get there. Lindy Eldridge, how are you?
Denise, I'm fantastic. Thank you so much. That was a very powerful opening. Thank you.
My pleasure. So tell us about the happiness jungle.
It's a place where all happiness people come to get de-stressed.
How do we de-stress them?
We help them understand the beauty of how to react to situations instead of freaking out, instead of allowing others around us to freak out and that affect us. We understand that we start learning the art of communication in a really happy way. It's fabulous.
Really?
Yeah. Because we all have service
psychi-
going on in our lives. Am I a who?
Are you a psychologist?
Oh gosh, no. I don't deal with depressed people. Yeah.
So no.
There's no couch. We don't sit or do I talk to you while you're laying down or sitting on a couch. No, I interact with you. We spend time wherever it is, where it could be at a park for goodness sakes, but I literally work with happy people just like you and I. Mm-hmm. You and I are very happy, are we not?
We are.
Generally, we're very happy. It doesn't mean that we don't have stress and stress in our lives. That's not what it means. It means that we've chosen the path to be happier. And that's what we live on our everyday life situations that we deal with stress. Me personally, why am I the Chief Happiness Officer? Because I know the formula, how to de-stress yourself. The happiest people are stressed. I got this.
So give us some examples of how people can de-stress, because I think happiness is a choice. Mm-hmm. You know, yes, bad things happen every day, and things can really get to you and weigh you down. I mean, you can worry about your job. You can worry about getting your kids to school on time, getting their homework done, meeting the bills, dealing with health insurance. I mean,
being audited.
Being audited, you know, getting a divorce, getting married, not getting married, making those choices.
Yes.
And how come it's harder for some people to just push it off and go, you know, what'll come will come, and just keep moving forward?
It's not a matter of what was your last statement? It will come when it comes.
Right.
It's a matter of choosing your control panel. And here's what I'll share with you. I wake up every morning and I have my things going on in my life. I take care of the things that I know that I can control at that moment. If there's a phone call that needs to be placed, I'll make that phone call. If there's a paper that needs to be signed, I'll review it, and I will take the right actions because those are the things in my control. Now, once I hang up that phone or I pass in that paper, it is really kind of out of my control until the next step is to be done, if there's even a next step. Whether it's the worst of the worst, I choose and control how I'm going to allow it to choose or for me to react for the rest of my day. If I hung up the phone, yeah, I may have to go outside and take a deep breath of fresh air, you know, because, hey, sometimes it kicks us in the butt, okay? But learn how to de-stress. Okay, I made the phone call, I signed that paper, I handed it in. There's nothing else that I can do, but I do need to take a 2-minute breather just to take in a deeper, you know, fresh air and let out. Have you ever seen the movie The Green Mile?
Yes.
Fabulous.
Right.
when he goes, and all that poison goes out of his mouth, right? I feel that's what we have to do too.
Exactly.
So I will walk out, and hopefully, if I could find a mountain, and I will go,
And really,
and then I go, and I spend the day happily. How about that?
that is good.
It is good, and it's an art, and it's a form, and we have to learn how to do it. You would think that we didn't have to learn how to do it, but we do, and I'm so good at it because I've been practicing it for over 20 years.
Over 20 years.
Over 20 years, the philosophy of truly living a happy, authentic, transparent life. If anybody wants to know what's going on in my back doors, just ask. But I don't need to walk out with it all. God, that's like so heavy. Can you imagine leaving your house in the morning with all your service? People aren't going to be attracted to you. Your armpits are going to start smelling, and you're going to be a mess. Leave it all behind. It's not worth taking with you if you don't have to.
So what was your fairy tale that led you to this path?
Always looking forward to seeing people smile, laugh, and be happy around me.
What was your favorite book growing up?
Believe it or not, it's going to be crazy. Sybil.
Sybil?
You want to know why?
Why?
The multiple personalities. I was fascinated. And I never realized, but as I'm a big people watcher, and I didn't realize I was always a people watcher.
Always?
Always around me. And I would watch different personalities. Crazy, right? Sybil.
Sybil.
Yeah. But I enjoyed it because I got to understand different personalities. How many personalities did she have? 16, I think. I haven't read the book in quite some time, but there were multiples. And when I would watch the movie as well as read the book, I would look at myself and say, I kind of have some of multiple personalities. So if you can look at yourself and realize all of the characters that are within you, then that helps you be happier because you learn how to control those personalities.
Right.
I
And
had
people
to
may not
learn how to control my anxiety, my anger, my knee-jerk reactions. All learned. Sybil.
Sybil.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So what age did you start living this professional fairy tale?
Professionally, I have to go back 19 years, and you want to know why? I ran into somebody. I give out hearts. A matter of fact, from my heart to yours.
Oh.
These little red hearts,
They're adorable.
they symbolize energy. And so whenever you're really stressed or going through any kind of stuff, it's just like that thing that you fiddle with that gives you some kind of clarity. It's not magic or anything. It's just my token of, I really want to see you happy.
Small amount of magic.
Yeah, small amount of magic. So I share that with you at this moment, which is kind of really awesome.
It is awesome.
Yeah.
It's a nice way to greet people.
So you asked me how long, and I look, and there's a number up there, and it says 19. How profound. Wow. There's signs all the time that you know you're in the right place, doing the right thing with the right people.
Really?
Just like you just read. You have to believe that. Life is funny. I ran into somebody who I met 19 years ago, and you know what she said to me? I still have the first red heart you ever gave me. And I said,
You've been doing this red heart for 19 years.
And it might be longer, but I won't know until the next person comes and says, I've been carrying your heart for X amount of years. So I'm going to go at 19 right now. How about that?
That's great.
So wow.
So how much time do you spend with people to help them achieve their goals?
It varies.
It varies.
It varies. You know, it's not like I'm a psychiatrist where I want them to lay on a couch and tell me their woes and see you next week. Sometimes it's a beautiful thing to watch people spend a little amount of time with me, a little amount of time, because it's just communication of filling them with solutions. And what I do is I literally, you talk about fairy tales, you get to watch people just go like this, and then they start flying and enjoying life. And it's the most magnificent thing in the world. I am blessed. I am the queen of happiness. I'm a spiritual queen of happiness. That's what charges me.
That's awesome.
And now I get to sit here with the fairy tale wonder of the world.
Oh, thank you.
My goodness, I guess I'm where I'm supposed to be right now. Huh.
Absolutely. So where did you find your wings and learn to fly?
In New York.
In New York?
Yeah, when I was being rejected multiple times.
What field were you in?
Childhood.
Childhood? And you were being rejected?
Mm-hmm.
How so?
Well, you know what? My first book that I came out with is called Tears of Fears Behind Closed Doors. It's a story of my past. I don't like really getting into it because it's not a pretty place, but I wrote it to inspire people that no matter what they've gone through, they can get everything and more. So to sit here and talk about the past, how about if I share it in a third party because everybody lives it? I was mentally and physically abused by multiple people, including my parents, my family, my sisters, and my brothers. Or my sister and my brother, I should say. I had one of each. That's my story. Mm-hmm. And I grew to break the chain. And now I'm awesome. A fabulous grandmother of 4 with a beautiful daughter that just shines, and other children that have been a part of my life that have inspired me, and hopefully if I've inspired them. That's who I am. That's what it's all about. That's what the book is.
That's a positive message that you can overcome anything. Mm-hmm. And I think people need to really understand that, and young people especially.
Yeah.
And not to let it drag them down, you know?
Yeah. That's why I love speaking at schools and nonprofits and all over the world. I mean, I just love the stage presence. You know why?
Why?
Because when I look out in the audience, there's somebody that's listening. And I just gave them back their ray of hope. And it could be a child, an adolescent, an adult, a senior.
That is powerful.
Yeah.
It does make you feel good.
That's the payback. I'm a very rich woman. My granddaughter and I, we were talking this morning. She's so funny. She looked at me, she goes, "Whoopi, you look hot." And I said, and I always ask her, because I never want to walk out of my home trying to be something I'm not, or trying to look 20 when I'm 55. Mm-hmm. You know, I just don't. But in my mind, I'm 29. So in my mind, I want to make sure it's cool, but when I walk out, I want to make sure that my presence isn't ridiculous, right?
Right.
So my granddaughter looks at me and goes, "No, Whoopi, you look amazing. Wow," you know, and I said, "Thanks, Brianna. What a good charge that is," right?
It is.
Because that's the vision that you've set into somebody's eyes, whether you're not the prettiest. I'm not Hollywood pretty. Oh, please. You know, I'm not Hollywood pretty. But what I do know is I know how to wake up in the morning to give myself positive energy, because there's going to be a lot of negative crap that comes my way that day. And that's not being negative, that's just being reality.
That's true.
That's just reality. So whatever comes my way, I know that I could kick its butt, because I keep myself on that neutral playing field. So whatever happens, I'm not too high, I'm not too low.
So what advice would you give people that are dealing with stress?
Take a break. Pause. Think before you react. No knee-jerk reactions. And go to happiness.com. There's a lot of great blogs, a lot of great information there for you to grow. I share and I write because I've been living through it. I am not textbook. You're not looking at a college girl here. You're looking at, I kicked the life because I'm, what do I always say? I'm that street smart kind of a gal who learned by hard knocks. Mm-hmm. So everything that I write about, everything that I author, co-author, I speak from stage, wherever I am, it's because I've lived it, not because I read how to. How about that?
That's awesome.
It's awesome.
So if you had one wish to share with the world, what would it be?
Let's live in unity. I coexist in the world. I have flags of unity. There's one color missing, and it's green because it can't show up, right? But it's very interesting. I coexist in this world. I no longer live by religion. I've been invited into many churches to speak in the spirit of happiness. What a blessing. My one message for the world is let's live in unity, because if we peeled our skin off, we're all the same colors inside. And if we could just stop fighting and loving one another, could live in a happy coexisting unity without the ridiculous rules that appear in every religion out there. Sorry, y'all are crazy. Unity, coexisting, believe in a stronger power and a being, and treat each other as if you would like to be treated, and the world will coexist in a beautiful way. That's my wish, and I'm sticking to it.
Online media, has it brought the world closer together, understanding each other? Open doors or closed doors?
I want you all to go to YouTube, and I want you to put in, there was this short video. It was the most powerful video when it comes to coexisting. It had to deal with 4 people of different nationalities. And they were very prejudiced, and they very much prejudged the other nationality that they were speaking so angrily about.
Right.
The ancestry. They decided to look what kind of ancestry track did these people have? Who was their ancestors? It's come to find out that the gentleman who was prejudiced against the Irish had Irish blood in him from way back when. Come to find out that the gentleman who was prejudiced against Muslim found out that he had Muslim in his background. So in a long story short, this video, what happened is that the people that prejudged and had so much hate, when they found out that they had the blood of who they were hating, they understood we should not hate. Who are we ancestors to?
Exactly.
Who are we ancestors to, and why are we so prejudiced? We can't be prejudiced. We are everybody.
Exactly. That's a good message.
We're everybody. So yes, coexist in the world, and go to happinessjungle.com if you're having a little bit of confusion on how to get along.
And how does it go when you speak with schools? What's the youngest group of people that you speak with?
Preschool.
Preschool? That must be fun.
I'm certified in laughter yoga. Craziest thing in the world.
Is it relaxing? Or
You know what? It's a stress reliever, and I do it at preschools. I do it at assisted livings. I do it at hospitals. Oh, the hospitals in the medical industry are overjoyed with laughter yoga. So I get to go and I get to speak in regards to laughter yoga and other ways as well. Laughter yoga helps everybody understand not to take life so seriously. It's the craziest thing. So there's a little part of the happiness jungle is laughter yoga too.
Wow.
I know.
What's some other secrets we can find in that happiness jungle?
Well, they're not really secrets. I unfold everything. Everything. The gold
I like
nuggets.
the sharing.
Yeah, how about gold nuggets? We're not going to call them
gold.
secrets. We're going to call them the golden nuggets, the treasure chest of the world.
Okay, what's in the treasure chest?
In the treasure chest are blogs of mindsets. And no matter what you're going through, there will either be a blog. Go to Happiness Jungle on YouTube. There's 115 very short videos that I have produced, and they are also closed captioned. Every one of them.
Wow.
And I personally closed caption them because I want everybody to be able to relate and to be able to get the message of what I share. So there's lots of gold nuggets on Facebook.com, like the Happiness Jungle page. You never know what, and you never know what I'm going to say. Can I just say one more thing?
Absolutely.
If I offend anybody ever, I'm not talking to you. I'm not talking to them. I'm talking to the other people that are listening to me. How about that?
That's perfect.
Okay, good. Because I am that New York kind of a gal, so.
Brooklyn?
No, Queens.
Queens.
Yeah, but I lived in South Florida for 33 years.
Oh, well, that would add to it.
Well, we are, in fact, kind of New York. That's Southern New York. Yeah, it's
True.
Southern New York, so.
But that's okay.
Yeah. Oh, it's great.
Tough girls have good advice.
Fabulous. We do, but we're very soft inside.
It's
I'm known
true.
as Whoopi for a reason. I'm Whoopi Delicious. I love to cuddle, but I'll kick your butt too because I just don't, I won't allow, you can't allow people to step on you either.
Right.
There's a balance. And if you read the Tears of Fears Behind Closed Doors, I got lots of gold nuggets how to kick those negative, abusive things that have gone on in your life to the curb and use them as strong stepping stones. So those golden tips are in that book too.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
And you have a new book coming out soon?
I do. Sunrise to sunset and everything in between. And it's a workshop. It's coming out in 2 weeks.
Oh, that's fantastic. Can't wait to see it.
Very excited. And my TV show starts here in Nashua.
When is that airing?
I start taping next week. I'm taping 12 shows next week.
Wow, you must be a little stressed.
I'm not. I'm
Not
not.
at all?
Everything that I have been building with the Happiness Jungle since March, it has been fun, fabulous, and furious. It's been amazingly, electrifyingly contagious. I have already, every show is booked with a guest that is excited to come on to share how they help other people be happier. Very inspiring individuals, as well as I love kids on my show. There's a variety of what's going on. If you like Ellen, that's who I'm modeling after, along with some other very inspiring mentors of mine. Lucille Ball, yeah, there's a little bit of her in me too. So watch the show because it's going to be a hoot.
It's going to be awesome.
It's going to be awesome with a powerful message of duplication. That's the most important thing.
Right, and the fact that you cover a lot of people that help spread happiness in different ways, I think that will really help people. So
Yeah.
I'm excited, and I can't wait
Thanks.
to let our audiences know about it.
Denise, you have to be a guest on my show because you're one of the most inspiring women that I've ever met in my life.
Oh, that's really sweet. Thanks.
I was just at a training of yours this past Thursday, and you taught people how to use social media and how to create their presence. Congratulations to you for your success.
Thank you.
I was honored when you said, Lindy, would you come to be a guest on my show? And I'm like, oh my God, the Queen of Fairy Tales has just asked me to be on her show.
Oh, thank you. I'm not
Very
really the queen,
powerful.
though.
I think you're the queen.
I'm just the head fairy.
You're the head fairy?
Yeah, I just bring all the magic together and make sure that everybody's story gets out there.
You're magically delicious.
Oh, thank you. Well, I hope we hear more from you. I'd be
Thanks.
happy to be on your show, too. Thank you.
Nice.
And any last parting words of advice?
Coexist.
Coexist. Coexist it is. So until next time, keep asking questions. And if you need some tips on how to be happy, visit the Happiness Jungle. You definitely won't get lost. We'll see you soon.